Over 30 people were killed and several others abducted when gunmen attacked a village in northern Nigeria. The attack happened at Kasuwan-Daji village in Niger state on Saturday evening. Armed men stormed the village market, opened fire on residents, burned stalls and houses, and looted food supplies. Witnesses say the gunmen arrived on motorcycles and shot indiscriminately, sending people running for cover. Villagers put the death toll at 37 and fear it could rise further as some villagers are still missing. Survivors say they are too scared to return and recover the bodies. Villagers also say security forces did not arrive for hours, contradicting police claims that officers had already been deployed. According to villagers, the attackers had been moving around nearby communities for nearly a week before striking. The violence was not limited to one place. Similar raids were reported in Agwara and Borgu, suggesting a coordinated wave of attacks. And most importantly, this deadly assault came just days after a US military strike on ISIS terrorist camps in Nigeria. This highlights how armed outfits are wreaking havoc in Nigeria. To understand where this is happening, let's look at the map. Nigeria is located in West Africa. With a population of more than 220 million, it is Africa's most populous country and also its largest economy, driven by oil production, agriculture, and services. Despite this, large parts of the country struggle with weak governance and limited security presence. The attack took place in Niger state in north-central Nigeria. The area is largely rural, with vast forests and poor road networks. These conditions make it difficult for security forces to respond quickly and easy for armed groups to hide. Now, who were the gunmen? The attackers are locally known as bandits. They are armed criminal gangs. They are not insurgents fighting for political power and not driven by religion or ideology. Their primary motive is money. Bandits target villages, markets, highways, and schools. They kill, loot, and kidnap people for ransom, often choosing places where state presence is minimal. The Kasuwan-Daji attack happened close to Papiri, where more than 300 school children and teachers were abducted from a Catholic school in November. That incident forced the authorities to shut schools across Niger state as an emergency measure. Although those students were later rescued, fear continues to grip local communities. The Kasuwan-Daji killings are part of a wider pattern. Across northwestern and central Nigeria, bandit attacks have increased sharply over the past few years. Mass abductions, once rare, have become frequent. Markets have been destroyed, villages emptied, and thousands of people displaced. Just one day before the Kasuwan-Daji attack, Niger state authorities had announced the phased reopening of schools after months of closures caused by kidnapping fears. The attack immediately raised questions about whether it is clear for children to return to classrooms.
All the children were taken, even the smallest one. All 5 of my children were there. Nothing remains.
To understand why this violence continues, we need to look at the deeper causes. Many bandits come from the Fulani ethnic group who traditionally rely on cattle herding for survival. For generations, they moved livestock across long distances in search of grazing land and water. But this way of life has been under growing pressure. Climate change has reduced available pasture, population growth has intensified competition over land, clashes between farmers and herders have become more common. At the same time, poverty, unemployment, and lack of education have worsened in rural areas. For some young men, crime has become a faster way to survive than traditional livelihoods. Another key factor is the easy availability of guns. After the collapse of Libya in 2011, following the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi, large quantities of weapons flooded the Sahel region. Assault rifles moved across porous borders and ended up in criminal hands across West Africa, including Nigeria. This transformed small criminal groups into heavily armed gangs capable of carrying out large scale attacks. Bandits usually move in large groups on motorcycles, allowing them to strike quickly and escape before security forces can respond. They often hide in vast forest reserves and national parks, which serve as natural shelters beyond the reach of regular patrols. In the Kasuwan-Daji attack, the gunmen are believed to have emerged from forest areas along the Cape district. There is no central leadership. Each gang operates independently, often linked by family or local ties and loyal to its own commander. Some gangs fight each other, while others travel across state lines to carry out kidnappings and raids. Nigeria's government officially designated bandits as terrorists in 2022. Security forces have launched multiple operations, and bounties have been placed on known gang leaders such as Ado Eleru and Bello Turji. Despite these efforts, progress has been limited. Nigeria's security forces are overstretched. The country is dealing with criminal gangs in the northwest, Islamist insurgents in the northeast, land conflicts in central regions, and separatist unrest in the southeast. With more than 250 ethnic groups and deep regional divisions, maintaining security across such a vast country remains a major challenge. Kidnapping for ransom has become one of the main sources of income for bandits. Although paying ransom is illegal, families often feel they have no choice. In some areas, entire communities are forced to make regular payments to armed groups in exchange for temporary safety. Disturbingly, younger bandits are still in their teens. They have begun posting videos on social media platforms flaunting weapons, motorcycles, and ransom money. Nigeria's bandit crisis did not emerge overnight. It is the result of years of weak governance, rural neglect, poverty, climate stress, uncontrolled weapons, and a lack of effective security in remote areas. When the state fails to protect people and provide opportunities, armed groups step in to fill the vacuum. And the attack on Kasuwan-Daji is just a reminder of that. That's all in this edition of Connecting the Dots. We'll see you in the next episode with more raging issues. Until then, it's a goodbye from all of us in the Delhi newsroom. This is Munmin Bhattacharya signing off. Take care and stay safe.